Do you know that it has been 10 months since we did? No, that can't be right. The last signature
She
glass.
doesn't know what she's talking about.
The last signature glass of wine was last November.
No, I don't believe that.
It's the truth. This is Jill for today, and this is signature glass of wine.
Actually, it's the morning, so it's signature glass of juice.
Yeah, I'm having tomato. He's having wine. I could have had a V8.
You are having
That is a
V8.
V8. It's good.
Yeah.
It has. It has been since last November that we did a signature glass of wine. I couldn't believe it. He said, when was the last time? And of course, I had to go back to my channel.
And the weather has changed here.
Oh, it's just beautiful. It's rainy. It's cold.
We had a real hot summer
Yeah. Yeah.
and no rain.
No. You know, we moved here in 1978. And Oregon, at least this area of Oregon, we would have summertime, you know, where you have some nice weather or some warm weather. And then, you know, maybe a month you'd have a couple days where it kind of rained, you know. Then you'd go again, you know, several weeks, and then you'd have a couple of days of rain. Not anymore. We haven't had rain during summer in like forever.
No.
Anyway,
We're supposed to have a cold, wet
there is
winter.
no climate change.
Huh?
There's no climate change.
Let's not get political.
Well, listen, I have to just comment. I mean, here it is, October 17th? So 16th?
I don't know.
October. It's like mid-October. And we have an election in less than 3 weeks. And it's bearing down on us. And I'm not going to get like whose side, but you probably know which side we're leaning on. We are absolute maniacs.
One of us is for sure.
That's it. That's all I'm going to say about it. And we hope, go vote. I don't care what political affiliation you're with, you've got to vote. That's the only way we as American citizens have a way to voice our opinion. Vote. That's it. All right.
Okay.
Now,
So it's turning into an absolutely beautiful fall. The trees are changing color. As a matter of fact, we're going to do a car talk where we just go and show you some of the fall foliage here in Oregon. And
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and she's happy because it's fall, and she's
yeah.
baking things and cooking things. And
It's, you know, for me, what happens in summer is that it's hot and you don't want to turn on the oven and you're kind of in a I don't care what I eat kind of state. But when fall comes on, that's when I kick it into gear. I want to cook, I want to bake. And this poor man, he's so sweet. Oh, he's so sweet. I'll say, what do you want?
that's why I drink.
I'll say, what do you want for dinner? And, you know, we'll eat dinner. And I'll say something like, did you like it? Was it good? And he says to me, I'm just grateful that you feed me.
Well, she eats virtually nothing.
That's not true.
So it is true. So I'm always hopeful that she'll cook something that she likes. So at least
Yeah.
she'll eat a little of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm supposed to do a casserole tonight that I've said to him, I want to video it, you know, and that's the other thing. I have made a commitment to myself and to the viewers and subscribers of YouTube, Jill for Today. I will be putting out a video every single Tuesday, 10 o'clock Pacific time.
So be afraid. Be very
So that's 10, 11, 12. That's 1 o'clock on the east side. So just to let you know. Okay.
What's new?
That's a little housekeeping. What's new? Well, Mr.
Yeah.
He's got to have a lot of attention.
For a long time there, we and a couple of friends of ours called ourselves the Final Four because we were the only four we knew who hadn't caught COVID.
Yep.
Well, the friends both got COVID, so we were down to the final two.
Yep.
And then the director here got to take his first ambulance ride of his life.
Of your life.
Yes,
Oh, wow.
at age 77, which is last year's news. But anyway, I got a real bad case of COVID.
Terrible.
Had to go to the ER and have the fire department here and the ambulance and the whole works. And anyway, I survived that. And but while I was in the hospital, they discovered I had heart problems. So I've got that going for me. So I'm on a new medication there.
And you can explain that, when he caught COVID, we have kits, you know, we have test kits here at the house, and he woke up, he says, I think I've got COVID. And we went to this little restaurant. We always wear masks when we shop. or go to the doctor's office. I mean, that's just it. We do. Now, if you go out to a restaurant, of course, it's kind of hard. So we try to get restaurants are kind of open and airy and larger. Well, we went to this small restaurant, and that's where he caught it. Like 3 days later, there he is, boom.
And of course, the immunocompromised one here,
Thank God.
nothing. She's avoided it so far.
He was so out of it. I couldn't get him to talk to me. I couldn't keep him awake. And when he did talk to me, it was like La La Land. He scared the heck out of me. And that's why I called the advice nurse, and she said, you got to call an ambulance. So anyway, that's how that happened. So then like he said, he went to the hospital. They ran all these tests, and guess what he's got?
As you can see, I don't do much talking in this household anyway.
Oh, no.
Because the chitterer here goes, she talks in her sleep.
I do. Anyway, he's got AFib.
I've got AFib, I've got bradycardia, which is just a very slow heartbeat, and then they did a...
Slow? He beats out about 45 a minute.
If I'm lucky, yeah. Then they did some tests and found irregularities in my heart wall and heart valves. And so I've got a new medication, and hopefully I won't get cut because it's a blood thinner.
So speaking of cuts, then early in the summer here, or last month or so, he had some spots that on his arms that, they say, maybe, the doctor saw him, and
Doctor saw him, took a picture, sent him to dermatology. Dermatology says, come in. I go in. Yes, it's cancer. They took biopsies, and one was basal cell, which is pretty nothing. The other was a squamous cell, which is more involved, but the squamous cell they just scraped off. The basal cell, they actually had to do a minor surgery on me, and I still got, just had the stitches out, and so I'm still healing, and she won't look at
no.
She won't look at the arm because I look like Frankenstein.
No. I'm just kind of laughing here at just this moment. Do you realize that people who are mature, that's all they talk about is their health?
I had a birthday.
I've got one coming up.
Yeah.
And anyway, we don't really have a lot to talk about. Things really are good, other than these things that have come up. And this is what life deals you, and you just kind of roll with it, And I'm feeling very good, and all my oncology reports come back are strong, and it looks like I'm doing good. So we're very happy about that.
Absolutely.
Fall's here. I'm very happy about that.
We had a 48th wedding anniversary since our last
we did.
Signature glass of wine.
Yeah.
So
48 years. Oh my gosh almighty. I don't know how we did that. I don't know how we did it.
It's like going 15 rounds with Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. And summer was slow. We've been watching a lot of movies and TV series, and of course, we didn't write them down. We've been watching on PBS Vander Valk, and it's a show that takes place in what's the town?
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen, and it's a detective murder mystery kind of thing, and that's a lot of fun. And of course, All Creatures Great and Small is coming back on here real soon, which we really love. We started to watch the one with the woman and Mr. Plunk.
Oh yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
And we watched it last season, and we enjoyed it.
Yeah, she's a book editor, and she has these conversations all the time with a fictional character who was a detective in the book. So
I mean, he's a nobody. I mean, he's not there.
It really gets complex and convoluted.
It does. Yeah. So we started to watch that. We've seen several. We had to watch the Marigold Hotel again, and it was on for free. On Prime, so we watched that again for we should buy the movie. Really, and so we saw that. I don't know.
I've seen a lot of films.
We have seen. I can't either.
Yeah, we don't travel a lot.
None.
We don't travel at all. We have a hard time now driving long distances, and public transportation isn't appealing to us. So. And one of us does not fly.
Oh, no.
I won't say who.
Nope, no flying.
So that makes it hard to travel, and everything is very expensive too.
Oh, it's terrible.
occasional trip to the coast or out the gorge, and that's about it.
Yeah.
We don't even have a desire to go to Seattle anymore.
No, no. I don't know. I think the thing is, and we have this conversation all the time. Everyone we know is, they're retired, of course, at our age. They're off. My brother and his wife they get home from a trip and they're planning their next trip. And everyone we know is like that almost. I mean, they're always planning a trip or they're going somewhere. And we say, God, maybe, are we doing this wrong? Maybe we should be traveling. Maybe we should be doing this stuff.
13 hours flying coach does not appeal to me.
To go to Europe, no. So we have that discussion and we say, no, if we don't want to travel because we don't want to travel and we're homebodies, though, that's our business and that's how we decide to use our life.
And ever since I fell off the step stool and had to go to the emergency room for that, I've had hip problems, so that makes driving long distances difficult. So.
Yeah.
But we're happy. We putz around town.
Yeah, we do.
We have a little restaurant that is open in an area that we just absolutely adore.
Yeah.
We go to it
too often.
Too frequently, yeah.
Anyway, it's good. Everything's good. I wish we had more. This is kind of but I need to make notes. So next time we do a signature glass of wine, we have something to, of substance to tell you.
She's weaving more.
I am weaving. Oh, I should show them my towels.
Yeah, go ahead and give them your towels. She just wove some dish towels that was a little different for her. It has a fish pattern on it.
Can you see that? Isn't that just too cute? These towels, I'll tell you what, I put those towels on my loom 3 times. Each time I put it, the warp on that you're supposed to, it was wrong. And I finally got it right. Anyway, so that's and I've got some Christmas towels lined up that I'm doing. They're red and green and white, and they're very festive, so I'm working on those. And then I have a couple of projects for some beautiful table runners. Beautiful table runners. But I'm trying to get this Christmas stuff done. And so I'm enjoying that. And he's totally locked into jigsaw puzzles on...
I like doing anything that keeps the mind active. Crossword puzzles, jigsaw puzzles. I finally managed to finish Ron Chernow's biography of Washington. Highly recommend it. It's so eye-opening and so great, and I wish the current political candidates would read that and adopt some of Washington's beliefs and practices. But anyway, it's a great book. I've got 2 others by him, a biography of Jefferson and one of Grant that I want to read. But the one of Washington, he won the Pulitzer Prize for. And really, it's a long read, but it reads easily. It reads like a novel. So,
the other one that I have finished, and he's currently working through, is the book that Michelle Obama wrote. It's called Becoming. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it shows you what this woman is and where she came from and what her career was and her life before Barack and then her life with Barack. And if you ever heard her talk, she said, I will be so glad when he is done being president because I'm so tired of politics. Well, he was a politics nut when she met him. And it was every time he'd say, no, I'm not going to run again. Well, he'd run for city council. He'd run for, it didn't matter. He kept running. And she said, God, please don't do it again. Anyway, it's a very, very lovely book. And again, it's so easy to read. Very easy reading. And that's really, we usually read a lot of fiction, and we haven't read any fiction.
Yeah, no, haven't. Of course, we're reading old writers that are no longer in vogue anyway.
Yeah.
I've read some Stephen King, though, that very fascinating. He's very versatile. It's not all just horror things. There's some science fiction, but there's some really good stuff.
The Green Mile, oh my gosh, it was excellent.
Shawshank
Redemption, another great one. Yeah. Dolores Claiborne was interesting. Wasn't it?
Creepy.
No, you're thinking of not Dolores Claiborne. That's,
Dolores Claiborne, yes.
you're thinking of
Yeah, that was very good. I was thinking of
the
Misery.
James Caan. Misery, James Caan. Oh my God, that's quite a book. And of course, the movie.
Yeah, but we've read some of the more current ones too, Dark Tower.
Yeah,
and
Dark
things like
Tower.
that.
Yeah, that was very good.
Anyway, that's about it.
It is.
Reading,
Eating and reading.
listening to a lot of great music.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
We have Spotify. And I always tell him that is the best $10 a month that we can spend. It is, you can plug in anybody's name or album. You say, I want to listen to the Beatles' White Album or whatever it might be. It's in there, no commercials, in its entirety, and it just runs through the entire album. I mean, so it's like that. Any kind of genre, any kind of artist or album, it's in there, and it's just amazing. So we really enjoy that a
Yeah.
lot.
Great music.
Yeah, and he's been collecting more wine.
Oh, yeah.
Our wine rack is full.
Wine rack.
Oh, and we've been doing, I don't know whether you see my Instagram account, Jill for Today, at Jill for Today. But during the last, we didn't lose interest, but we were doing a cocktail thing where he looked up the 50 best cocktails or most popular or whatever they are. And we've been working our way through them. So if you go to my Instagram at Jill for Today, you'll see I've posted pictures of what the cocktail is and what the ingredients are in it, I think, pretty much. Anyway, that's been fun doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, is that it?
That's it.
I think that's
I got
it.
nothing else.
We're glad you're here. We're glad you're hanging in with us. You know, we so enjoy knowing that you're there. And when you leave comments, we just love them. We do. We read every single comment. And I try to get back to everybody. And I just want you to know that we appreciate it. We appreciate you and our friendship with you. But what we really appreciate is that you have decided to take this crazy ride that we call the crazy ride together that we call. Come on, I know you could do it.
Life?
Life. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.